Hey, welcome to episode 26 of Planet Sled. It's halfway to my goal of doing a whole year 52 episodes. So this is huge. Tonight we have a very special show. It's a Zoom in show, which I don't know if you've watched any before, but um, below you in the bio of the YouTube page, there's a link to a Zoom address, and you can join up to that, and I'll bring you in. And today, um, we have a very special guest, a experimental psychiatrist from an unknown planet, Dr. Sledd. Dr. Sledd will be taking your, will be diagnosing you and then providing experimental treatments if you have any mental problems facing you. I wanted to do this. I know things on Earth are looking kind of grim right now. I'm sure you all want the pandemic to be over and for the police to stop murdering black people, and as well for the economy to collapse so that billionaires will lose everything. I know you want all those things, but you're going to get them. Just be patient, hang in there. And I have to say before we start, we'll go to Dr. Sled's office any second, but I'm just goofing around here on all this, and the idea is to provide sort of a laugh and some fun. But if you're seriously facing mental health issues, do not be ashamed, and please seek help. And I just have to say the help you are seeking may not be found here on this show. Dr. Sledd, I mean, he's great, but he's just between you and I, he's not a real doctor. He got his degree from Fruit Loops University. So, yeah, so it looks like we have someone in the waiting room, but what you can do is zoom in and just hang out in the waiting room, and Dr. Sledd will bring you in one at a time. I think we'll have room for he'll be able to see 4 patients today. I'm just gonna make sure the stream went up and looks good. Okay, let's get to the office here.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sledd. I'm an experimental psychiatrist, and I've served many different planets, and I've helped a lot of people get over their mental problems, and I'm so happy to be here on Planet Sled. I watch the show a lot, and I think it's great how on the show, Sled is trying to have a good time, but he's always trying to teach people lessons as well. So, and that's something I like to do. Okay, so let's bring in our first patient, who I think is out in the waiting room, and we'll see what's or her their major damage, and we'll try to do a diagnosis and see what treatment is best. Okay, so um, let's get hello. Okay, I'm gonna bring you in here. Okay. Oh, just have to line you up a little bit here. Hi there. Welcome. What is your name here? I think I have it somewhere in my papers, but, hello? What's that?
My name is Steve.
Oh, hi, Steve. You look very familiar to me. What seems to be, the problem?
I'm having these awful nightmares. They're keeping me up at night.
Oh, very interesting. A lot of the times those tormented dreams can, really be sort of a indicator of deeper, mental disturbances that are happening, in your life. So, why don't we get you, why don't we do a diagnosis? I've set up a system to, diagnose my patients, and then we'll be able to figure out the best treatment for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let me bring in the treatment trolley here. Okay, now, just before we get started, I'm gonna want you to read this disclaimer. Hold on here. Okay, please read this.
Okay. I hereby consent to experimental procedures and exempt Dr. Sledd from any liabilities due to emotional or physical injury.
Okay, great. I think we're ready. Whoops, oh, shoot. Messing up already. Okay, so, let's, just get to the diagnostic, testing here. So, I'm going to, there's sort of some different cards and some quizzes that are gonna come up on the screen. And, if you could, I'll just guide you through it, and then I've created an algorithm that will determine your mental disorder from that. Okay, so let's go. Let's begin now. If you're ready. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so please identify the clown that best describes your mental state.
1.
Okay, great. Now, so this is the Rorschach test. Are you familiar with that? It's like an ink blot test. I'm gonna show you an image, and then you're gonna quickly interpret it, and then I'll be able to sort of better determine what is wrong with you. Oops. What do you see there?
Digestion.
Okay, digestion, nice. Okay, now, the memory test, is, so I'm gonna flash some words on the screen, and then, you're gonna have to repeat them back to me as quickly as you can, okay? Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Person, man, camera, TV.
Oh, wow, that's really impressive. You have quite a good memory, but that might have something to do with the nightmares you're having. I personally find if people remove their memory capacity, then they have a lot, their problems tend to go away. They won't remember the traumas in their lives or things like that. So that's something we might want to look at. Anyhow, sorry, we have one more here is your favorite type of cereal of these.
2.
Oh, okay, Raisin Bran. That is not a good sign. Okay, so now let's bring up so what's that?
What's wrong with Raisin Bran?
Well, we're not going to get into that right now. It might come out through some of the therapy sessions, but it's a real indicator of some serious maladies within the brain. Okay, so let's see what the diagnosis says. So as you can see, you had D1, and then A, B, and C were 2, and then okay, so it looks like you have an inflated ego, just as I suspected. So I think now let's just treat you. I mean, we want to get so there's treatment options, but I mean, it's something I usually decide. But if you really want a certain treatment or are opposed to one, so we have hypnotherapy, which I find is effective, but not for people with big egos. They tend to think they're better than that. So laser brain surgery, I would recommend. You could remove the parts of your brain that create dreams, and then you wouldn't be having any dreams or any nightmares or any dreams, but sometimes that's better. Face your inner self. I have a system where you're able to talk to yourself, your inner self as an avatar and work out some of your issues, or good old-fashioned scare tactics. I guess I'm gonna let you choose.
I think I want to go with the laser brain surgery. It sounds.
Yeah, it's highly effective. I've got well, you read the disclaimer, but sometimes there are some adverse effects, but I'm of the impression that it's better to live as a vegetable than to live with emotional issues or any psychological issues. So, okay, I'm gonna pop you out and prep you for surgery, and then you're gonna come back up in a second. And I'm gonna scrub in. Okay, so see you in the surgery room. Okay.
Excellent. Wow. Here we go.
Okay. Now you're all rigged up. We've got here, I can control the position, so you can just keep your head still. And if you're unable to keep your head still, I can actually freeze you, but it's better if you're not frozen, because we can determine it's easier to get feedback. Okay, so anyhow, first up, I'm gonna cut off the top of your head and expose your brain.
Oh boy.
Okay, there we go. Wow, that is a nice, healthy brain. Okay, so first thing, I generally advertise brain replacement, but let's let's begin with let's get you started with just some surgery to remove the parts of your brain that are giving you the nightmares, okay? So I have this laser surgery. I'm not that good at it. I just graduated, but it's really precise. It's normally really precise. And we're just first off, I'll just give you a little blast and tell me when I hit the part of your brain that if you feel anything or feel any different. You should, when I hit the part that creates nightmares. Oh, oops, sorry, I got your face. Good thing you're wearing glasses. When I hit the part that gives you nightmares. Oh, I think I got it. No, not there. Oh yeah, okay, it's right there. So let's try to blast that out, okay?
Yeah, get rid of it. Oh, it feels good.
Whoa, whoops. Oh, sorry. That's yeah, sometimes happens. Okay, so let's just make sure we get all over here. Okay, so, how do you feel?
I feel different.
Okay, but not maybe better. I would say let's do a full out, brain replacement. Okay? Are
Yeah,
you
give
into
me
that?
max. Yeah, let's go full on.
Okay, this will make sure
Whatever.
that you won't have, any problems at all. What I'm gonna do is, first thing we're gonna, remove your brain here.
Wow.
Okay,
Whoa.
now, I'm going to replace, your brain with a, synthetic, brain that, so you'll no longer have any emotions or dreams or anything, but it functions basically like a computer. So, let's drop that in now. I think you'll feel way better. Oops. Oh, here we go. Okay, now that's in nice and snug. How do you feel?
I feel like I'm on top of the world.
Great, great. Okay, I'm so glad we could help you. I think that's all our time for today, but you can settle up with the receptionist and have a nice day, okay? Oh, be sure not to operate any heavy machinery for a couple hours, okay? Just while the new brain sticks in. See you later.
Thanks.
Oh, the brain remained behind. Okay, so let's let's get our next uh patient in here. It looks like we have one in the waiting room. I'm going to admit you now. Hello. Hello. Hello? Hello? Do we have... Oh, great. If I can hear you, if you could turn on your video, then we'll bring you into the for a therapy session, okay? Um, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
face looks funny.
Um, oh, right. I see. Okay, so that's okay. We get a lot of people from a lot of different planets here, and some of them are not completely visible. So I mean, we can work with this if you can turn that effect off or not, or whatever your preference is. So what is your name, please?
My name is Steve.
Oh, it's Steve as well. That was the last patient's name, too. Okay, so what seems to be your problem today, Steve?
I find myself craving non-virtual human interaction. I'm wondering what's wrong with me.
Oh, yeah, that is, wait, you're craving non-virtual interaction. Oh, yeah, that's a big problem because, that's really dangerous. You shouldn't be, so you basically want a in-person interaction with other humans or life forces. That I don't know where that came from. Anyhow, okay, well, let's do a diagnosis. It seems like you have a major issue here, but maybe this can help work out what your disorder is. If I could just get you to read the what you see on the screen, please.
I hereby consent to experimental procedures and exempt Dr. Sledd from any liabilities due to emotional or physical injury.
Okay, here, let's just get straight to the diagnostic testing here. I don't know if you saw the last one. Were you watching from the waiting room? Okay, so you get the idea. Here we go. Identify the clown that best describes your mental state.
I would describe myself as a sexy clown.
So, 1, 2, or 3, or 4, the sexiness is sort of, up to, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, you know? So,
Yeah, I guess it's subjective. I'm sorry. I was referring to number 3.
oh, yeah, I agree with you there. Okay. Now, the Rorschach, test. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Fruit Loops University, was online, so, I never actually heard it pronounced. I've only just tried to pronounce it myself. Rorschach. You know what this is, right? It's like an ink blot that you're gonna, interpret. Um,
Oh. Yeah, my elementary school phys ed teacher.
ooh. Okay, very interesting there. Okay, now, the memory test, I'm gonna flash some, words on the screen and, repeat them back to me as best you can, okay?
Person, man, camera, TV.
Okay, you nailed that. Not a lot of people, get that. It's a really tough test. Only a few, people. Okay, and finally, your favorite type of, cereal.
I would go with the sexy cereal.
Okay, again, I like, they teach us about this in psychiatry, about people who have, sexual, perversions. Can you just say a number, please?
Oh, number 3.
Okay, yeah, great. Okay, so now, let's, bring up the, disorder type. So you got us all. You did number 3 for A, B, and D, and then C was 2. So let's see what the algorithm puts out. Dissociation. Oh, I'll have to look at my book. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I think it's sort of like detaching from reality, which sounds like that's uh that's what you're doing, because you want to have interactions with other people, which is a complete waste of time and totally dangerous and unnecessary. Anyhow, so I would recommend. Unfortunately, you won't be able to face your inner self. I don't want to discriminate against people with strange-looking faces, but I just can't do that. So you're down to scare tactics or hypnosis.
Oh, no, let's scare it out of me.
Okay, great. I find a lot of times when people have these cravings, an easy thing, to do is to just scare it out of you. So, first step is we're gonna just try some slow torture. So I'm going to slowly crush the life out of you, and as that's happening, you can begin to think about how maybe if the pain would relent if you stopped feeling the way that you're feeling about wanting to see other people. Okay, so here we go. I just really want you to focus on as you're being crushed to death, or near death. I'm not going to kill you, don't worry. Just really think about why you would want to even bother being in. You can't really avoid it. You're trapped in there, so you might want to just start thinking, and you can say, if you've changed your mind, I can stop at any time.
Uncle!
Okay. So did that do anything? Did that affect you at all? Do you still have
It
cravings?
cured my headache.
Okay, but yeah, you still have cravings. You want to see other people. I can tell. I can see it in your eyes. So I think what
No,
we're
I did. It's cured.
yeah. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to give you a complete scare, and then you're ah! Did that work? I tried to catch you off
Yeah.
guard. Okay, great. I'm so glad. I
Yeah.
knew it would. Usually, the total scare works. Okay, well, I'm so happy now. I have two patients. So now that I'm gonna send you on your way, and my prescription is just what I would prescribe is try not to watch any TV or any or listen to any music or look at any pictures or social media that involves other people interacting. You know what I mean? I would just sort of stay completely isolated in a windowless room with only your own thoughts. Then you won't be tempted or feel like you're missing out when really the the people you might want to interact with especially if they're not virtual people, they're just gonna poison your mind, and you might catch a disease from them. Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
Oh, thank you, and I really hope. So speak to my the receptionist on your way out, and you know, settle up with them, and we'll book your next follow-up appointment. Okay. Take care now.
Thanks a bunch.
Bye bye. Okay, so, it looks like we have a sort of lull in the waiting room, but, I really, have two more procedures that I'd like to demonstrate, so why not I'll make this offer, the next, two Zoom callers in, will not have to pay, for their therapy session. So we have a hypnotherapy, which is highly effective, and then this experimental face your inner self therapy, which is not so effective, but you know, it can be. So I'm just gonna well, we're on a little break, I guess. I'm gonna just bend down behind my desk and have a little sip of water. And we'll just wait. Hopefully we'll have another caller, or I will have done all this work preparing these segments in pain. Once again, I have failed, as in the last two Zoom episodes, to find anything to do to fill the time. I guess I could offer some general emotional advice, or maybe I'm wondering right now if people are afraid of the stigma attached. Oh, it looks like that someone came in. I guess they were late for the appointment. Okay, I'm gonna call you in now. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hey, I can hear you, and okay, I'm gonna bring you in now, okay?
Okay.
Oh, hi, welcome, I'm Dr. Sledd. What's your name?
My name is Steve.
Oh, Steve, that is the third Steve of the day so far. It's starting to feel like everyone's name is Steve. It's a little thing sometimes, you know, that bring you joy. Anyhow, I don't know if you were watching through the window, if you saw the other therapies happening, but what seems to be your problem?
I can't stop eating houseplants.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen this at university. They taught us about this, and that's something that can really lead to it really stems from some major existential issues. But let's get you diagnosed, and then we can figure out the best treatment for you. Okay? Oh, first I've got to get you to read this just for financial reasons, please.
I hereby consent to experimental procedures and exempt Dr. Sledd from any liabilities due to emotional or physical injury.
Okay, great. Thank you. That covers me just in case. You know, we don't often have physical injuries, but usually some sort of emotional injuries. Okay, let's did you see the other diagnosis happening by any chance?
I did.
Okay, so you get the idea. Let's bring up these cards now. So identify the clan that best describes your mental state.
I would say number 2.
Number 2. Oh, that's kind of sad, isn't it? Okay, and now the roar. Do you know how to pronounce this? I think I've been getting it wrong. That's okay. I mean, I'm the doctor. Anyway, it's some kind of test that uses blots of ink. And then I'm gonna flash that up, and then tell me what you see, and I'll be able to interpret your mental state from that. Okay?
Sure. A frog?
Oh, very interesting. That could be connected to your plant-eating problems. Okay, now the memory test. Okay, I'm gonna flash some words on the screen, and I'm gonna want you to repeat them back to me.
Person, man, camera, TV.
Wow, that's incredible. That's a really difficult test, and that shows a lot that you got it. Anyhow, now, your favorite type of cereal, please.
Number 4.
Number 4, okay. Now, let's see, I'm gonna bring up the algorithm, and, we'll see what your disorder is, okay? So, we got D2, B, C were 3, and, A was 4, okay? So, lack of self-awareness, okay, very, interesting, okay, let's get you, on board for some treatment. So we've exhausted the brain surgery and the scare tactics. So I think I don't know if you respond well to hypnosis, but I'm recommending that we try that you face your inner self. Since you have a lack of self-awareness, you might actually somewhere within yourself, you might know why you are wanting to eat these plants. So this is an opportunity to ask yourself rather than asking anyone else. Are you willing to do this procedure?
I think the best idea.
Okay, great. I highly recommend it. Okay, so I'm gonna spit you out, and then we're gonna go into the experimental therapy room, and you'll be able to face yourself. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, so now we're almost ready here. Okay, so you're going to let me just get this calibrated properly. So I'm Okay, there, good. I'm able to freeze one of you selves. Okay, so what you're gonna do is this is actually Steve, your inner self talking right now. Maybe I'll do a
Voice that's more similar to your own, so you can get a better idea. So now, what you should do is ask yourself a question, and so you can get to the bottom of what is really going on with you.
Okay, why do I want to eat houseplants?
Well, I think you know the answer yourself, Steve, and it comes a lot from, I think, maybe some of the foods and your diet you had when you were growing up. I had when I was growing up. Maybe. What are some of the things you ate? They weren't that we ate. They weren't a lot of plants, were they? Or vegetables.
I ate a lot of ferns and tulips and things growing up, so.
Yeah, and your mom and dad were always, and our mom and dad were always telling us not to eat them, and it really caused some damage, I think. Don't.
It may have, yes.
Well, maybe if you asked another question about that time, you might get even to the bottom of this. I feel like we're on something. Being a kid, and we're all playing in the garden, and brother and sister are there, and they're all eating hot dogs and cookies, and what are we eating?
Asparagus.
Yeah, and we liked that, didn't we?
Yes, we really did.
But brother and sister and mom and dad would make fun of us because we were eating asparagus, and when they would have ice cream, I would and you would be like, I want more asparagus, and they would tease us and tease us and tease us, wouldn't they?
They would.
And then when you grew up and you went to high school, you would bring raw vegetables, and all the kids would tease you because they would be eating chocolate bars and snacks, wouldn't they?
That's so true.
And now that you're all grown up and you can eat whatever you want, we're trying to rebel and eat houseplants because no one is around to make fun of us anymore, right?
I think you just got to the bottom of it.
Okay, well, what are we gonna do to stop this from happening? Because if we eat all the houseplants, then you're never gonna have a normal life, and nobody's gonna like us.
Maybe I should just stock my freezer with ice cream and eat that instead.
Yeah, because you know that we really like ice cream, actually more than plants, but we're just trying to prove a point by eating the plants, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm so glad we had this talk, and I think we really got somewhere. Let's have an ice cream party later, okay?
That sounds amazing.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm you.
Yes, I know.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'll just hold on the line.
For a second, sorry. Okay, so I feel like that was a really successful therapy session, and I'm particular, not to toot my own horn, I'm particularly proud about this experimental therapy. I really think it could do some wonders. Would you be willing to do a Google review for me?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, thank you. I'll charge you a little less for that. Thanks for calling in, and enjoy your new life. You're gonna be eating ice cream instead of houseplants, and people are gonna start to like you again.
Yes, thank you so much for my breakthrough.
Oh, no problem. Take care, Steve, okay?
Goodbye.
Okay, well, it looks like so we have there's one more therapy that hasn't been done. If anyone else wants to call in, I'm gonna count down from 10, and if because there's no one in the waiting room, and if no one else is in there, I don't really mind. The hypnotherapy is something you can do by yourself at home. All you need to do is oh, actually, I'll just hypnotize everyone at home, and then we'll call it a night. How's that sound? So, basically, I'm gonna bring up a hypnotic image and play some hypnotic music and stare at it, as long as you can, and then when it comes off, I'm gonna snap your fingers, and you'll be under my command. Okay. Uh. Here we go. I think, this is ready. Oh, if your eyes start to hurt or, you get dizzy, please stop looking because, this isn't covered under the, liability thing, and it's definitely, not good. Seriously, it could lead to, some headaches and nausea. Okay. Here we go. Okay, now I'm gonna snap my fingers and you'll be cured. Great. Hopefully at home that worked. I mean, I don't really have a chance to follow up on that, but that's okay. Thanks for calling in, and I'll be available again sometime if Planet Sled wants to have me back, uh and next week is Club Sled 420 edition. There's gonna be dancing and music and real party next week at this time. I won't be here, but the DJ Sledd will be and the Sledd Slider dancers. Okay. Thanks for watching, and be well, everyone. You know, I'm goofing around about mental health, but please let's all stay positive in these dark times, if that's at all possible, and spread love and peace, unity, and respect.